don't forget to like and subscribe.
Hello there. All right, Last of Us Episode 2, the HBO series. I can't call it an original series, really, even though it does say original, because it's a game. And they are literally taking it directly from the game. And give respect where respect's due. How often have we ever seen the faithfulness, especially from a video game adaptation? Or would it be a movie adaptation of a video? I've always confused myself on that term. But the faithfulness that they do, and even the adding something extra to make it their own. I absolutely freaking love the opening scenes. I loved it in the first episode where they're explaining why he fears fungus primarily, why fungus would be the scariest thing, and we make medicines out of it. There is no cure when it's the cure, basically. So yeah, I love that. And this one, they mentioned in the previous one that Indonesia was, like on the news, they mentioned Indonesia. Something about Indonesia, and here they start it in Indonesia, where the outbreak starts. And the lady basically says, the scientist basically says, you have to bomb everywhere. Destroy this whole city. We can't let a single thing escape. I mean, yeah, it's those little things that they're adding in at the very beginning that just make it so rich for me, because as I'm watching it, it is so well done that I'm like, oh, I remember this from the game. I don't really remember this, but oh my gosh, this is so well done. It feels so nostalgic from when I played the game. And I feel like the game was overly hyped. Way overly hyped. Of course, I'm from an older generation, which my favorite games were not that. So, yeah. So I respect the work they put into it. I respect the fact that it's shot for shot, basically, almost entirely that. The settings, everything like that is, ripped directly from. They didn't change it up to where they change characters. They're not, they've changed some. Well, not really. They haven't really done anything like that so far. Of course, they added in, like, the guard, which was in the first episode, but they're doing little things which I don't feel like minutely really affect the story whatsoever. So in the long run, it's still the same story. And they're adding to it with their opening. Like, I am praising the opening more than anything. I feel like if they didn't add those openers, and they just went straight on into the episode, I would not like it, because it's a direct copy. And as much as I would hate and I complain about those cheesy games made to movies that either make it their own or attempt to make it their own, or they're a poor imitation of the original. And here, it's a direct copy of the original, but they're trying to add a little flair in at the beginning of each episode. And since it's a show, they can do that. It's more believable. In a video game, since you're following the story chronologically for the most part, it works. You wouldn't be able to do it that way. So I like how they're doing it. I'm a huge fan of the way it's going so far. I mean, I don't want to build my expectations up, because when I do, it's a huge letdown in the end. So yeah, I'm just saying, I'm liking its direction. I'm enjoying where it's going so far. I like the fact that it's a direct copy, and they're just adding something in at the beginning to make it feel like they took a little effort to spice up the world a bit more. Yeah, because that's the thing that's creeping me out. It's just like, how did the first person get bit? How did the first person get infected? Because if it passes on through that, that's one thing they need to answer. They need to answer that. Thank you all for watching. Talk to you next time. Toodles.